Firefighting in Canada this week is brought to you by VFIS of Canada, a division of CVIS Incorporated, Canada's largest insurer of firefighters. Fire Prevention Week 2022 took place this week, from October 9th to 15th. This year marks the 100th year anniversary of the pub event. Alongside this year's theme, Fire Won't Wait, Plan Your Escape, recently shared statistics are giving insight into fire deaths. New data from Statistics Canada found that suicides account for more than 3 in 4 intentional fire deaths. And Ontario is on track to surpass last year's fire deaths. Also in the news this week, the Canadian Association of Fire Chiefs elects a new president and board of directors. New data from Statistics Canada found that suicide made up more than 3 in 4 of intentional fire-related deaths between 2011 and 2020. Of the over 200 fire-related deaths reported annually, 1 in 6 are intentional, meaning by suicide or homicide. The findings are based on new insights released from the Canadian Coroner and Medical Examiner database. 52% of fire-related suicides were a result of smoke inhalation. 12% were caused by smoke inhalation and burns, and 29% were caused by burns alone. Other causes of death, such as blunt force trauma or drug toxicity, were a factor in 4% of fire-related suicides. The report found that men were 3 times more likely than women to die in fire-related suicides. Ontario's fire marshal says the province is currently on track to surpass the number of fire deaths recorded last year. In an interview with the Canadian Press, John Pegg said that there have been 102 fire-related deaths reported in Ontario so far this year, including 2 over the Thanksgiving weekend. He says the province saw a total of 124 fire deaths last year, which was one of the worst years on record. Pegg said the winter months usually see the highest number of house fires due to the use of heating, and if current paces for fire deaths keep up, this year could see a record number of fatalities. The new president of the Canadian Association of Fire Chiefs is Fire Chief Ken McMullen from Red Deer, Alberta. McMullen chairs the CAFC Mental Health Committee and the Public Safety Steering Committee of the Canadian Institute of Public Safety Research and Treatment. He has also chaired Fire Rescue Canada for over 20 years. In a statement, McMullen says his goals span from advancing the concept of a national fire advisor to firefighter cancer, building codes, dangerous goods, mental health, governance, house safety, and climate adaptation. New board members include Fire Chief Greg Jones from Amherst, Nova Scotia, and Fire Chief Paul Boissonnion from Oakville, Ontario. Returning board members include Fire Chief Kevin Lefebvre from Leduc County, Alberta, Deputy Fire Chief Carrie Martins from Canmore, Alberta, Deputy Chief Richard M. Knott from Laval, Quebec, and Fire Chief Peter Critch from Camrose, Alberta. Chief Vince McKenzie has stepped down from the CAFC board after 13 years to take on the role of president of the Maritime Chiefs Association. He will maintain his role as chair of the CAFC Answer the Call Committee and co-chair of the Great Canadian Fire Census. Thanks again to VFIS of Canada, a division of CVIS Incorporated, Canada's largest insurer of firefighters. Stay tuned for our next episode on Friday, October 28th.